Imagine waking up to find that the place you've always called home is falling apart. Jobs disappearing, crime rates spiking, and the local economy crumbling before your eyes. Sounds like something out of a movie, right? But for some states in 2025, this might just be the reality. Today, we're diving into the top 10 states that could be on the brink of collapse and why these places, once thriving, are now facing a very uncertain future. If you live in one of these cities, it might be time to seriously consider your next move. Let's start with Charleston, West Virginia. Once known for its bustling coal industry, Charleston is now a shadow of its former self. The decline of coal has left the economy in tatters, with thousands of jobs lost and no clear path to recovery. But it's not just the economy that's suffering. Charleston has been hit hard by the opioid epidemic, making it one of the most dangerous places to live in the state. With an aging population and young people fleeing in search of better opportunities, Charleston is a city that's struggling to stay afloat. The combination of economic despair and a public health crisis has put Charleston on the brink of collapse, making 2025 a pivotal year for its survival. Number 9, Mississippi, Meridian. Meridian, Mississippi used to be a key player in the South, known for its strategic location and vibrant railroads. But those days are long gone. Today, Meridian faces crippling poverty, with nearly 30% of its residents living below the poverty line. The decline of manufacturing jobs has left the local economy in shambles. And with a crime rate that's more than double the national average, safety is a growing concern. What's worse, Meridian's population is shrinking fast as people leave in droves, taking with them any hope of economic recovery. The city's once proud past is now just a memory. And if things don't change soon, Meridian could be one of the first to collapse. Number 8, Kentucky. Harlan, Kentucky, is a town that's deeply tied to coal mining. So much so that it's often called the heart of the coal fields. But as coal mines shut down, Harlan has been left in economic ruin. The unemployment rate here is one of the highest in the state, and with few job opportunities, many residents are trapped in a cycle of poverty. What makes Harlan's situation even more precarious is its isolation. Tucked away in the Appalachian Mountains, the town has limited access to healthcare, education, and other essential services. For a place that was once the lifeblood of Kentucky's economy, Harlan is now a community on the edge, with 2025 potentially being the year that pushes it over. Number 7 is Alabama, Selma. Selma, Alabama, is a city with a powerful history, known for its role in the civil rights movement. But today, Selma is grappling with a different kind of battle, one against poverty, crime, and economic decline. The city's manufacturing base has eroded, leading to job losses and economic stagnation. What's especially troubling is Selma's infrastructure, which has been neglected for years. Roads are crumbling, public services are underfunded, and many buildings are in disrepair. The high poverty rate, over 40%, is further dragging the city down, making it one of the poorest in the country. Selma's rich history contrasts sharply with its present struggles. And unless there's a turnaround, 2025 could be the year when Selma hits rock bottom. Number 6 is Arkansas. Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff, Arkansas, was once a thriving industrial hub known for its manufacturing and agricultural industries. But in recent years, Pine Bluff has seen a sharp decline. The city's population has dropped by nearly 20% over the past decade. And with fewer people comes fewer businesses, fewer jobs, and more abandoned homes. What's particularly alarming is the crime rate. Pine Bluff has one of the highest violent crime rates in the country. The combination of economic decline and rising crime has left the city struggling to maintain basic services, and with the state of Arkansas not providing much help, Pine Bluff is on a downward trajectory that might be impossible to reverse. Number 5 is Louisiana. Shreveport. Shreveport, Louisiana used to be a major center for oil and natural gas, but as those industries have faded, so has the city. Unemployment is high, and with the decline of the energy sector, there's little hope for a quick recovery. But Shreveport's problems don't stop there. The city is also dealing with severe infrastructure issues, including frequent flooding that overwhelms its outdated drainage systems. This has led to recurring damage to homes and businesses, further driving residents away. The city's economic woes, combined with its vulnerability to natural disasters, make Shreveport one of the most at-risk cities in the South. Without significant investment and change, Shreveport could be facing a very bleak future in 2025. Number 4 is Ohio. Youngstown. Youngstown, Ohio, is a city that has been in decline for decades. Ever since, the steel mills that once powered its economy shut down. But what's happening now is even more troubling. Youngstown's population has been shrinking at an alarming rate, and the city is struggling to provide basic services to its remaining residents. The tax base has eroded to the point where the city can barely keep the lights on. Literally, abandoned buildings and vacant lots are everywhere, and the crime rate is one of the highest in Ohio. Despite efforts to revitalize the city, the challenges are immense, and 2025 could be the year when Youngstown's decline becomes irreversible. Number 3 is Oklahoma, Muskogee. Muskogee, Oklahoma, might not be a city you hear about often, but it's one that's facing serious challenges. Once a thriving center for agriculture and industry, Muskogee is now dealing with economic stagnation. The city's job market has dried up, and with it, so has the population. What makes Muskogee's situation particularly dire is the state of its public services. Schools are underfunded, and the city's infrastructure is in desperate need of repair. On top of that, crime is on the rise, making it a tough place to live for those who remain. Muskogee is a city that's slowly being drained of its lifeblood, and unless something changes soon, 2025 could be a turning point for the worse. Number 2 is New Mexico, Gallup. Gallup, New Mexico, is a city with a rich cultural heritage, but it's also a city in crisis. Gallup's economy is heavily dependent on tourism, but with the industry taking a hit in recent years, the city is struggling to stay afloat. What's particularly concerning is the high rate of poverty and the severe social issues that come with it. Gallup has one of the highest rates of alcohol-related deaths in the nation, and substance abuse is rampant. The lack of economic opportunities has led to a decline in quality of life, and many residents are leaving in search of better prospects. Number 1. Michigan, Flint. Finally, we come to Flint, Michigan, a city that has become a symbol of urban decline in America. The Flint water crisis brought national attention to the city's problems, but the issues run much deeper. Flint's economy has been in freefall for years, with high unemployment, crumbling infrastructure, and a population that's been shrinking for decades. The water crisis was a devastating blow, but it's just one part of a much larger picture of decline. Public health issues, a struggling education system, and a lack of economic opportunities have made Flint one of the most challenging places to live in the country, to recover from years of neglect and mismanagement, but the odds are stacked against it. And there you have it, the top 10 states and cities that could be facing serious challenges in 2025. It's not easy to think about your hometown or state struggling like this, but being informed is the first step to making the right decisions. Whether it's considering a move, staying prepared, or just keeping an eye on what's happening around you, the choices you make now could be crucial in the coming year. If you live in one of these areas, what are your thoughts? Do you see these challenges firsthand, or is there hope for a turnaround? I'd love to hear your perspective, so drop a comment below and let's start a conversation. Thanks for sticking with me through this important discussion. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on what's happening across the country. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and take care of yourself and your community.